Good morning. Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for June 3rd, 2017.
Today on the newscast, Nintendo Switch Online updates.
We talk Friday the 13th launch.
And we talk Animaniacs. Hi, everybody, and welcome.
Hi. Welcome. It's June 3rd.
Yes.
We're here.
On the Barrel Roll Newscast. June!
I'm assuming he's excited because of school stuff, or lack thereof now.
I'm so excited, too. I'm just too tired to show it.
I can't relate to that, unfortunately. June! Maximum levels!
Maximum effort.
Welcome to the newscast where we talk about, the news and stuff for this week.
Movies, game news, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Not much on movies.
Yeah. Well,
today.
TV today.
Yes.
No movies, though.
Yeah, it's the summer lull, unfortunately, for TV shows. If it's not a huge announcement, there's nothing. Because
Sense8 got canceled. Ta-da!
If you watch that,
And Get Down, or whatever
something,
that show is.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. There's your Netflix update. So.
Busted into the news?
Yeah, let's just drop in there.
All right, so
let's get in there.
Nintendo announced
they're more formally announcing their online service. No date yet, but they added a lot of details.
Well, they've now pushed it back because it was supposed to come out in the fall of this year. It's now coming 2018, so they're clearly still making some adjustments,
which I'm okay with.
Yep.
Yes.
So we're still beta testing essentially online at this point.
Yes. So if you're playing the ARMS
test punch,
you are again testing it.
You're testing online,
and so I think
they've released. Okay, so they've released price. They've released features.
They actually went into a little bit more detail about the classic games stuff.
Yes,
which was weird because they announced the classic game selection. Mm-hmm. They said they're adding multiplayer and leaderboards to all these classic games, and one of the games they talked about was Super Mario Brothers 3.
Which should have leaderboards, as the wizard shows.
Which it should have leaderboards, but it said multiplayer, and I'm thinking how do you do multiplayer other than I lost a life, now it's your turn? How
you race against another person?
No, that's exactly it. That's how
it used to be.
That's how it used to be. Is you'd watch your friend play, and then they'd lose a life, and then you'd be Luigi, and
I think I would be comfortably okay with that, especially if it's just two people.
Yeah, but if the player plays forever, then you're just...
Well, then you as the opponent are supposed to psych them out.
Yeah.
And when I used to play it multiplayer, I'd be like, jump, poke.
And the only problem is you can't do that anymore online.
Maybe you can, but you can shake their system online.
That'd be hilarious if there was a
rumble. You can shake it and then it'll run HD
rumble on their side. Will be like, and they'll be like, oh!
I don't think it's going to go that depth.
No.
That'd be great. Pricing wise, they've got 3 tiers.
Monthly, 3-month membership, 12-month membership. So 1-month membership, $4 US.
Yes.
A month, obviously. 3-month membership is $8 every 3 months. Or you can do the whole shebang, 12 months, $20 US.
Yes. Which it's really competitive, actually.
That's really
assuming they can get to feature parity with Sony and Microsoft.
Sony.
Also, Microsoft.
Yeah, let's call it. Yeah, we'll say Sony.
Microsoft is not.
Microsoft has a whole different. Yeah,
they're doing something weird. And so the other thing that Nintendo Online or Switch Online stuff is going to give you is discounts for certain games, as you probably expect.
Online gameplay, you need to pay.
Yes,
it's
2017. It's service base is getting expensive,
and that's the thing. People are complaining. Nintendo's always been free, and it's Nintendo's been covering your butts and paying for the servers.
Also, look at Sony. It took them up to the PS4 to start charging for online,
forcing it. PS3,
and PS3 you didn't have to pay at all to play online, which was sort of the big hook at that time. Yeah. But again, because of server space and how it's 2017.
Yeah.
server space is getting it really expensive, really, really fast, really soon.
Really $20.
And again,
for the
$20
year
a year.
20 bucks USD, so about 25, 28
That's not bad.
Canadian
No, it's
dollars.
cheap.
That's still like, it's still.
Yeah.
Especially when you're getting all these other
Considering you
little
get all that
features.
stuff, yeah.
So we also get the online lobby and the voice chat app for our phone.
Concerned, the only big mystery is that voice chat.
Yes.
Parties and voice chat. It's what really will make or break this online service, I think.
If Nintendo's listening and Nintendo's watching, that's the big piece is, are people going to be using the voice chat? Are they going to maybe try and do something different? Because we know someone did test it. The Switch does, like the plug-in for the headphones does actually have a microphone-enabled piece in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I think that's that comes standard with 3.5.
It really does.
3.5 millimeter jacks.
So it's in there. It can do it. And if you think about it, the easiest thing they could do, because you were saying wireless headset, is a wireless dongle that just...
They did it with a Whitebird.
Sure. So a little wireless dongle that pops in here.
Yep.
So when you're playing on your dock,
Or if you're not...
you can still voice chat through the system out
Right.
to the internet.
As opposed to this weird Splatoon 2 headset that was not
It's a
leaked.
splitter.
complicated.
Let's face it. It's a splitter.
It's an overly complicated splitter.
And this is how, and again, this is how PCs used to work ages ago. Is your microphone would have two lines coming out of it. One would go into the pink jack at the back. The other one would go into the green jack because one would be sound and one would be microphone.
Yep.
And that's Nintendo's just defaulted back to 1999.
Well, maybe it's just a test.
Well,
Subjects.
I'm really concerned about how that online service or the voice chat stuff is going to go if that's what they're planning on doing with Splatoon.
Yeah. And then my thing is either have the game sounds come out of my phone, because I don't mind having this plugged in and talking.
Because that was big. That was one of the big criticisms. Well, not a huge criticisms when the Switch launched. Is that it doesn't include wireless headphones. So if you play in, like, say, an apartment and someone's trying to sleep, and you don't want to, play handheld, you want to play on the TV. Like, there's no way to have portable audio. Yeah. Whereas with PlayStation and Microsoft have support for 3.5 millimeter jack headphones. You can put in anything you want and it works.
Yeah.
Whereas the Switch, it's obviously by default, by design, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only part of the online that I'm questioning is the app, and we haven't seen it yet.
And 2018 is still a long ways away.
Right. So we have no idea what that app's like yet. We have no idea. The classic game part they've talked about now, so essentially it is the...
Honestly, that's not... For me, that's like the cherry on top.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not even worried about that. Like, I don't pay to play Super Mario Brothers 3 all over again. I can do that on my phone. I can do it on my computer. I can...
Well, and let's face it, I have it on my 3DS.
Yes, and on the 3DS, like...
Because that's my thing. Portable classic gaming is awesome. Mm-hmm. But now, when they first announced the classic gaming, it was going to be you got a game for a month.
But I think now it sounds like it's
Now they've confirmed they're going to start putting libraries in, just like PlayStation, just like Microsoft, where once the game is free and you've downloaded it, as long as you maintain your membership, you can continue playing that game.
Yeah, and when it rotates out, there's a chance that you still have it in your library, even though new members won't be able to get it.
Yeah.
So
it'll work just like PlayStation Plus now, and it won't be replacing the Virtual Console. So this isn't like a pay yearly to access Virtual Console stuff. There will still be if you want to own this game without applying online.
And keep in mind, I've my stance on Virtual Console on the Switch has been pretty clear in the past. Like, I don't care. I don't want Virtual Console on the Switch, but they're putting hard work into these classic selections. Whereas on a Virtual Console, they just basically grab the ROM.
Yeah.
Put it back out.
And save state.
Yeah, and that's all they've done. I mean, the most work they've done with a Virtual Console game, to my knowledge, is those Pokemon games.
Yes.
Because they added online to that.
Yeah.
But past that, or wireless, they added wireless to that. So
and the other piece too is like Earthbound, when that came out on the 3DS, was huge because again, portable, whatever. So yeah, portable classic games on this. The Virtual Console, whether they call it Virtual Console or not, is going to be huge because Neo Geo's already released games.
I think that's buying part of the Hamster collection. This is the developer who makes all those Neo Geo ports. They've done such a good job with those.
But that's the piece. If they continue doing that, but with the Nintendo games, and they don't release the same Nintendo games over and over again, right? Because that's what happens. The Virtual Console re-releases, and you get Mario,
you get Zelda,
and then you get Zelda, and then you get this, and then you get that, and you never actually hit the games that you want.
And it's funny because at the end of the Wii U life cycle, they finally released Pokemon Snap.
I know.
The one that everybody wanted.
Now again, Pokemon Snap on.
I'd still... Well...
You'd buy it. Don't
Oh,
even.
I'd probably...
yeah, don't
okay,
deny that.
I would, but I'd regret...
I'd regret it
I'd be
instantly.
grudging... I'd be grudgingly be like, yeah. But, like, I think my big thing is having them put additional work into it, to put motion controls in it, to put...
And
to
that'd be the
pretty
big
it up a
piece.
little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need a Pokemon Snap 2.
Now, do you mind paying extra for those features?
Sure. If it's like $20, or sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20,
so
20,
so like an
25
update.
sure.
So Pokemon Snap
Deluxe.
update. Yeah, deluxe. Just keep it
Pokemon
deluxe.
Snap.
Super Pokemon Snap.
Let's do it.
Snap faster.
What is, I'm okay if Nintendo keeps with the deluxe wording for all of their remaster games, because I hate the sound of HD collection. I hate the sound of
too.
remaster. Like, it sounds stupid.
Remaster's not as bad.
enticing.
HD collection I find to be the biggest
Wordy.
lie.
It's very wordy too, and honestly, the only good HD collection that I can
Yes.
think of is Metal Gear.
Yeah. They actually HD'd it.
Yeah, they
As
actually
opposed
put,
to the other people who were like, HD collection, and it's like,
Sound.
you made it widescreen.
Actually, the Zone of the Enders was actually not bad.
Yes.
Too. Yes.
But that one in Metal Gear came out like
Pretty close together.
pretty close together, and it was like,
And-
if
and-
this is what HD collections are going to be like. This is the best.
They did
And
it.
then
And I
It
think,
was easier.
and I think with Hideo Kojima still behind
Yes.
it, it's like he's like, guys, do this right.
Yeah.
These are my babies.
yeah, like we're going to do this properly, make them look good. Well, and I mean, it's Hideo Kojima. It's got to look good.
Yeah.
yeah.
So he actually put the time and effort in,
Yeah.
where everybody else is like, it's widescreen now, 1080p.
Yeah, like Silent Hill was real bad for
Whoa.
that. Silent Hill's super bad for that.
Like, even update your fog effects. Come on. Like,
Yeah.
update your fog textures.
Don't
Either
do-
way,
Yeah. So
Virtual
Nintendo's-
Console Library, or not virtual, classic game selection library.
Right. Whether that name still is subject to change
It
is
is.
what they've
It's-
said as well.
yeah,
So
2018.
And then the Nintendo eShop, there will be deals on games.
and
on
I think
eShop.
that's what everyone was kind of wanting, because there really are no sales right now on the Switch.
And it's not
And I
even
think it's just new.
It's not
So,
even
yeah,
sales. The biggest issue is I'm paying the exact same amount that someone who's buying the physical game from a brick and mortar store is paying. Like, give me the $5 off just for manufacturing costs and all that. Like, I'm not paying for
Yeah.
a
You know what?
package. I'm not paying for.
You know what though? At this rate in which we're, because we've asked that since
Oh, for sure.
PS3 era,
Yeah.
Xbox 360 era, where it's like, if I buy the game digitally, do I get a discount? And they say,
No.
yeah, sure. And then they
Nope.
never
Never did.
ever did it. Moving into PS4, Xbox One, same thing, never did it.
Yeah,
and the
but
only
if I
way to
can
get
get
those
some
discounts
deals.
is to get a
I
subscription.
think I find that you get more selection though. Like you're not gonna like. I'm just gonna use the PlayStation. What they have right now is their bundles.
Oh, for
You're
sure.
never gonna find those bundles in the store.
Mhm.
So I mean, you have more selection
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And the ease is
Yeah.
is
And that's
really
and
the big-
again, I
big
don't
thing.
mind paying whatever for Mario Kart digitally.
Oh, I think for like my big thing is I can now play Mario Kart anytime I want, and if with
Right.
other people, or if they get bored, I'm gonna switch to
Yes.
Mark of the Wolves. We can play a fighting game or Snipper Clippers.
Yeah. Yeah, I can play Snipper Clippers, I can play NBA Playground, I can play...
Yeah,
but
like-
that's what I mean, and I can just download them and not worry about it, and I can just... Oh,
Yeah.
boop, boop, done.
Yeah, like
Ease of use, so again, I don't really care, but if this eShop thing gives me $5 off a game every once in a while, that's nice.
yes, and
Because then
I feel
it pays for itself for me.
I feel like that's
In the
gonna-
long run, it
yeah.
pays for itself. So if
Yeah.
people who don't get online games, that might not be such a big thing, but for me at least, it's
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, excited to see it, but I'm glad to see them
finally
working on
announced.
it. Is my big thing. Is
Yes.
like if you're. That's what really bothers me when people say, "Oh, it's getting delayed." Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that means that it's not up to their standard.
right.
They're working on it.
When Nintendo
more.
delays something...
When anyone delays anything, like
and well,
like Rockstar, when they
when Rockstar... Okay, there are certain companies, when they delay something, I go, cool.
yeah, like
There's some companies that delay something, and I
And-
go, what
and
were
you-
you doing?
and you know that they
Where did you
and you know they're
Yeah.
really good at making games. Like Kojima has delayed
Yeah.
games before.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
Because
all
yes,
the time.
with
Yeah.
Kojima, it's this is not what I
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
like.
this is
I
not my
wanted
standard.
I wanted Snake to ride on the side of the horse with his leg here, not there. Like, and
Yeah.
Kojima's that guy with
Yes,
like.
he's very picky on that.
Yeah.
Whereas, and Nintendo's the same with all
Yes.
their stuff. Where
So it really depends on the publisher, and I get the feeling that in the past couple years, people who have delayed stuff have delayed it for good
the
reason.
right reasons. I'm always
Unlike No Man's Sky.
well, but and I mean, and eventually you end up with that never-ending story type game from Sony that finally came out after 10 years of delays.
Oh, the Last Guardian.
Yeah.
Apparently that's not bad.
Apparently it's not bad.
I would
It's
hope
decent.
after 10 years.
I would
it
hope
would be good.
after 10 years though
Yes.
it should be like.
It's one of those like big vaporware games that just
Yeah.
came out of nowhere.
But
Again.
Nintendo's always been that way. The gold seal approval.
I
Like,
miss that.
They
don't do that.
honestly, they should bring it back, and that would be killer.
I think that's what they should open.
Approved by Nintendo.
That's how they open E3 is. We're bringing back the Nintendo seal of approval on all of our products.
Well, I'm surprised this wasn't done at E3 because it's kind of a big announcement.
No,
I think we'll get more details.
Delays are not something they talk like.
No,
they
but
announce at
just-
E3.
but-
The online stuff.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
the
we'll
online
get
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
the
I'm
extra.
surprised this wasn't.
A name will probably be dropped for the classic game
Yeah.
selection. They'll
Yeah.
probably talk more about what they want to do with
That's-
virtual console stuff if they are going to move forward with that. That's
Yeah.
what they're going to do. They're not going to say, "Hey, we're delaying the online service. See you guys next year."
Yeah, it'll be when online service launches in because now they can say
when
they
we
don't
have
have to say
dates.
delayed. They
Yeah.
can just say
'Cause
when it launches
less-
in 2018.
because it lessens
and
the
everybody will
blow.
go, yeah,
It lessens the blow.
everybody else. So it won't be 2018. You guys said it was going to be this fall. That's not the big news.
No. Yes.
We've gotten this out of our system that it's now
Yes.
delayed.
Yes, that's how. That's
So
how.
Nintendo can come out now and just be like,
And games.
yeah,
and
Nintendo
games.
can come out when the Nintendo Switch Online launches next year.
Yes.
This
game
is what you'll
coming.
be expecting,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
everybody will be like,
Like you'll be able to play
Oh,
X game.
excellent.
You're going to play this X game online. You're going to play X game online. Like this stuff.
and there'll be the one guy in the crowd who has not paid attention to anything.
Boo!
2018, boo!
Burns!
The one.
The one dude. Well, actually, we're all going to be sitting in our home in our underwears.
Yeah.
Well, I will. I took the morning off, but
Underwear.
What day is it?
You go too far.
just the Tuesday. Because
You put too much effort into that.
Well, no, just the Tuesday. Because everything's happening on the weekend,
Right.
which is crazy,
Awesome.
awesome, and crazy. And then
Crazy,
Sony's
awesome.
is happening in the evening, which I'll be home for, so I don't have to take a day off. The only one I'm missing is
You would take a day off.
Ubisoft.
Oh no, not
No,
Ubisoft.
Far Cry.
Far Cry 5 and Assassin's Creed.
Aisha Tyler, how? Because they'll get her.
Again?
Honestly, at this point, they just do it. They just get her back again. Like
Yeah.
Dreamland, like Archer Dreamland's done. Like she's not doing anything. Who's
Oh,
not?
no,
Been done
shit.
for a while.
Yeah, who?
They got her back. They keep getting her.
Just
and
do
every
it.
year I go,
At this,
why?
well, you know what? At this rate, I think I expect it.
Yes.
If it doesn't open with her, I'd be really disappointed.
She's got such a lady
It-
boner.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lady
She's
Wood.
a
Lady
horrible
Wood.
spokesperson.
She's the
That's like when
the worst.
That's like when Cammy came out instead of Reggie that year. And
Ah,
for Nintendo, this woman comes out and starts talking, and she was like a soccer mom who's coming out to talk about like
I
games that you should all be playing, kids, and you're just
Why?
like,
I think it's because it was that
'cause
big
her kids are
Wii
playing.
push.
it was the big Wii push for small, like for like casual gamer types, but that's not what E3 is for. Like, stop
No.
feeding me this thing. Give me where's Reggie? And then Reggie comes out, and it's like, and then he goes away, and you're like, no.
Was that the same year-ish when Iwata started really picking up popularity?
Not yet, no.
No.
That was the next year, because
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're like, Cammy didn't work.
Oh, you know, because it was the Wii U then the next year, and then
Yeah.
it was Iwata like talking about the gamepad. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll see what they do this year, because they have to make up for FIFA now, because they have to talk about FIFA.
Oh,
I'm okay with them.
Well, no, FIFA. They're releasing FIFA 17 or 18 or whatever the heck it's gonna.
Usually 18.
It's
Whatever
2018.
the next one is, though.
Yeah.
Nintendo's is reportedly the Switch isn't getting the next iteration of FIFA number. It's getting EA Sports FIFA.
Neat.
All right.
Hey, it's a sports game. I'll still take it.
But it's not
Soccer,
the
though.
it's not
I'll play it.
the line of so that's EA's got to say something about the difference between the two.
Well, you know, I appreciate their effort
Yeah.
on the Switch right now.
But everybody's
It's
still
already better than it was last time around.
NBA 2K 17 or 18 whatever it is coming out for this. I don't know which one's ever releasing for this thing. So
Football,
coming up here
baseball,
is 18.
basketball. If a baseball game was on the Switch,
if they could get like the show on the Switch, that would be.
the Sony's
insane.
got that on lockdown.
That's
though.
yeah, I know.
Sony's got that on.
Which is a shame because it's the best baseball game. So
Sure.
It's a pretty low bar, but for me, but I don't
no,
know.
in all like it's
It's a
the
pop-
baseball game.
But you think about that, but like America loves its baseball.
Oh, I
so,
know.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I'm
why-
sure that's a lot of the reason why Sony is outselling Microsoft. Is because people just want for baseball.
Sure. Either way,
Let's move on.
Friday the 13th.
You can speak a little bit to it.
I owned it.
You still
watched.
You still own it.
I still own it. I watched the lovely screen that told me I could not connect for quite a few days.
How was that?
So I have to laugh because we talked about it last week, and I'm like, I'll show you guys. And we log in, and it goes database login error, and you're like, oh, well, that persisted. That actually started launch days, the day before. Mm-hmm. Some people were getting that, and the reason for it was this. So here's the explanation.
Didn't their servers melt?
Yes. So this is what happened. They took pre-order.
Really?
They took pre-order numbers.
Sure.
They took Kickstarter backer numbers. Mm-hmm. They took like beta tester numbers.
Sure. And
they increased it by 30%.
That seems fair.
Like they padded it by 30%.
So it's like we can guarantee these people buying it.
So they can guarantee that 30,000 people can log on day one, and everything will be fine. Within the first 20 minutes, 75,000 people bought the game and logged on, and essentially their server blew up.
Yeah, because it melted the database.
It did.
You actually lost
legitimately melted. And instead of turning their server off, they just went into panic mode trying to add different parts to the server to get it to work, but they didn't have enough because they were not anticipating 75,000.
Well, it's a super small company, too.
It's a little indie company that managed to get the rights to Friday the 13th, the game, because, again, who honestly is going to make a,
If you're going to do it, this is the one way to do it. This is the one way to make a Friday the 13th game.
So, but either way, so they finally, the one thing I wanted to talk about this was, these guys did this properly. Their game sucked at launch. There was a big
That's
problem.
What I keep hearing.
Yes.
There was a big problem at launch. It sucked. They have yet to stop talking to the community.
Yes.
As a small indie developer, they have their guy who's sitting there, like, writing lengthy stuff on their forums,
he's got
Reddit,
a real
Twitter.
community manager.
He is. And he's talking to people, and people on Reddit are like, this is dumb. And he's like, I know. He's like, this is just, like, this is absolute shit. That this is happening to you guys. We know. And he's like, it's a holiday weekend. We have actually hired outside help to come and get this set up.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he has Grammarly working for him.
But, like, so daily he's updating people, and he's trying to, like, stick to stuff on Twitter, and he's getting as much news as possible, and they're like, and we know the DLC's not working. People are like, we don't care about DLC. And he's like, well, guys, they're separate people working on the DLC guys can't help with the server. They have no idea how that thing works.
Yes, and vice versa.
And the other way around. So
like
the server people have slept about an hour. They napped on a couch. They got back up and kept working. And you're just sitting there going like, and the community was really cool. There were those few people who were like, this is bull, and getting their refund. Mm-hmm. Most people, though, were online going, guys, thanks for communicating. We realize there's 10 of you who are working on no sleep and a bunch of caffeine.
Sounds like another launch that botched last year on the phone that didn't go so well because their servers melted.
But so you sit there...
But a little bitter about it.
Still. Yeah.
But so you sit there going, like, what a way to actually communicate with your community. Like, that's the way to do it. Yeah. And people were mad. People were actually sitting on Reddit going, like, thank you.
Well, the big thing about it is communication. It's like, if you don't...
And someone complained about the game, and they're like, and all of a sudden, like, the community's hopping, they're working on it, okay? Like, so all of a sudden the community manager doesn't even have to do anything anymore because the community's jumping in going, guys, like, they are in constant communication. Yep. They are working on it on a holiday weekend in the States.
Memorial Day, too, for them.
Yeah. Like, they have people in. They've hired extra help. Like, they're doing what they're supposed to do, and now the game's back up and running. Yes, there's still some glitches.
I think the glitches are the funniest parts.
But in all honesty, they're the best.
Have they fixed that goofy-ass face in the beginning of the match yet?
No.
Oh, man.
That's classic Chad, man.
Oh.
Chad has become... He's a god.
So he should be in the next Freddy?
Yeah. He is. All the counselors are actually from movies.
No. But, like, Chad should become Freddy next.
Should become the next Jason, essentially?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yes. I don't know how you would do that with a game.
Well, so this game, so I can talk about this briefly. The game is essentially, I've now deemed it a giant game of hide and seek.
It is. That's all it is.
That's the game. And people complain because Jason's overpowered.
Oh, no shit. Have you never watched
Watch a movie?
Have you just watch one Friday the 13th movie?
And that's the thing. This is a party game. This is not a competitive online, like,
you're not gonna see this at like Evo or any sort of competitive.
This is a game you play for fun.
Esports.
Brian is at a wedding today. Otherwise, we could talk about it. But like, the two of us play. The voice chat in the game is really necessary, but it is
Isn't it? It's
proximity based.
It's a cone, or not cone, but like it's whoever can hear you.
So
can hear
if
you.
Brian and I are next to each other, we can talk.
Inversely, though, if you're near Freddy,
But as we're talking,
Jason, sorry,
can actually when
Get
you
them mixed up.
talk.
They're all scary.
When you talk, like as soon as you press that button and like sound comes into your microphone, if Jason's close enough, not only can he hear you, but if he's out of range of hearing you, he can actually still see a small little dot saying that there's sound.
Oh, okay.
So that's how he can help find you. So when you talk, you have to make sure, like,
Code.
well, not even code, but you have to make sure that you're ready to run, or that Jason's not close to you in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Or if he is close to you, sit there going, like, with your walkie-talkie, because if you find walkie-talkies, you can communicate with other people who found walkie-talkies, going like, oh, I'm glad you guys got the car fixed. And hopefully
Psych.
he'll go to the car,
Yeah.
and you can escape. So, like, you can actually use the voice as a
Yeah.
way to throw Jason off. The other problem that the game's facing right now is people are helping Jason, because someone randomly gets chosen as Jason. So if you hop in with your friend, for instance, Brian one night was Jason, and I'm a counselor.
Did you help him?
No.
Good.
I feel like at some point, if you are in a party, it would never put you in that situation where
It does. Because we're a party. He was Jason.
Yeah, I feel like that's not entirely fair.
I was a counselor. But it doesn't matter, because it's not like we can see each other's screens. And again, it's
No.
not like... And I mean, we were using Discord to talk, because
Yeah.
we're having a fun night as opposed to, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can guarantee that you leave, but not everyone else.
So, but
leaves.
like, I can sit there and talk to Brian, and I mean, Brian, this was the first time he'd played Jason, and we were running around the map, and I'm like, okay, at least I got a good chance to actually get a grip on how to play as a counselor, because I wasn't
running for fear.
completely worried, because Brian's sitting there going, I have no idea what I'm doing.
You swing your machete.
Well, no, if you can grab
Or you-
people, it's like an instant kill.
Yeah.
As soon as you can grip someone, they're dead.
Yeah, if they don't have a pocket knife.
Yeah.
Because the pocket knife will.
But
free
people
you.
are complaining because they're like, I get grabbed, and you can actually press the E button to escape.
Yeah.
And you can unlock perks that help with that. So eventually, once you've played the game enough and you get those perks, you can escape quite quickly. Problem is, at the beginning of the game, as soon as he grabs you,
You did.
you're dead. Which it should be. It's Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no,
honestly,
no.
I have never had so much fun dying.
Yeah, because
Like you do. Like you're running through the woods and your stamina starts to drop. You're like,
The kills are actually really, really well done. I've seen
kills are cool.
I've seen on some of the compilations. Like
I was running the other day and I was out of stamina and I just dove into a tent.
Yeah.
And he was right by us, so he knew where I was. So as soon as you're in a hiding spot and he finds you, you're screwed.
it's an instant kill. You
it's
can't
an
even-
instant
Did he
kill.
pick you up by a sleeping bag
Yeah,
and smash you
and
around?
bash me against a tree. Yeah.
Oh, great scene.
See? So they're all in there. All those classic kills are like in this game, and it's so awesome to see.
Yeah.
So
Have
it's
you-
a
has anyone
really
tr-
fun game.
Has anyone tried to kill Jason yet?
I
'cause
knocked
you
his
can.
mask off the other day.
Ooh, that's like step one.
Yeah. Except I knocked that off, and that was one of the ones who was cooperating with one of the counselors. So I knocked his mask off, and luckily I grabbed his mask,
Yeah.
and it didn't drop when I died, because Jason killed me like almost instantly after that. So they were trying to do like get the achievement for killing Jason, and they couldn't because I had his mask. And they're like, "This is bull. Your mask is supposed." They spent like 10 minutes in the barn, like running around trying to find his mask.
You don't need his mask though.
Yep.
To kill him. I thought you just needed to knock it off.
Nope. You need to get his mask, get his sweater,
The mom sweater
get Tommy Jarvis out,
with the machete.
and end up at like you have to be in his hut essentially, and then
Oh, I don't think. I don't. Yeah.
it's a very complicated.
There's
way
also
of-
no like definitive 100% way to
No.
go do it because you don't need to be in the hut. Because the one video I saw, it was just in the middle of the road. And they
Oh,
just-
okay,
they
but
just
yeah,
did
you
it.
need all of the stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, you need like a very set kind of way to.
Yeah. Again, it follows one of the
So all
pieces
those
of the
achievement
movie.
hunters are
Well,
kind
achievement
of wrecking
hunters.
it.
Well, but and here's the thing: you can start a private game.
If you because what is it, a 6-player game or is it a?
One Jason, 7 counselors.
So it's an 8-player game. So if you get you and 7 friends, you can.
But you don't even
each-
have to. You can start a game with less than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could start a game, and you could set it up privately and get all the achievements, do it that way, and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because you need at least 3 people, including
Yeah.
Jason. So.
So that's what I mean. We're sitting there going like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
we could make this happen if we really wanted to eventually. But right now, we're just having fun playing.
Mm-hmm.
So even with the glitches, and now that the servers are working and all the data's been migrated over to new servers.
Yeah, because
that
they lost
aren't
a lot of
melted.
player data too.
They didn't lose any.
I thought they
it was
said they
just
lost-
trapped.
Uh,
It was like in the back end, and it was super corrupt. So they actually they dug it out, had to go through it, fix it all up, and then send it to and then migrate it. So I was one of those last people who was like in the super corrupt data part of the node on the server. But so it's all fixed, guys. Friday the 13th.
It's making it. You talking about it, making it tempting. I know.
Awesomely fun.
You're
game.
talking about.
I'm waiting
before.
for it to be on sale. I think because I've got other games I need to.
Yeah.
To finish
Oh,
on my
so do
palette.
I. But I've been. I'm in buying mode right now. So
Get a PC.
And that was the thing. Like Brian, after last week, was like, "I want to play this game. I want to play this game." And then the servers were working, and he's like, "Are you free tonight?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Okay." And then the next night I was. So he was like, "Friday the 13th," and I'm like, "Okay." So yeah, we're running around, and I got a good story for the post-credit show.
Oh yeah, you guys were playing on like Thursday or something like that.
Yeah. So
I was busy playing Pokemon cards.
I saw that on Discord.
No. I was actually out at. I got second place.
Nice.
So it happens.
nice.
It happens. I guess I know how to play the game.
Just a bit.
Last bit of news.
Animaniacs.
No.
Not even sure how this came up, but it is. and
Steven
it's-
Spielberg is working
Yes.
apparently on rebooting the Animaniacs. So he was the original guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're in an age where we can expect these good reboots coming out because you see DuckTales.
Good or just reboots?
Well, I mean, DuckTales looks
Hopefully good. DuckTales is supposed to be amazing.
promising,
But there's so many reboots coming out.
but they're not bad though.
But
That's
here's the
thing.
problem.
Many.
Like I've, being with kids, they talk about the cartoons they watch. I've tried.
Oh, I know.
Cartoons have gone up, and I can rewatch the Animaniacs and be like, "This is fantastic."
And tons of adult stuff
We had,
in there.
Me and kids had discussion about Pokemon. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I was playing this before you were born.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
And what?
I was in grade 5 when it came out. Like,
Come on.
Come on, guys.
original Pokemon Master right here.
I actually got all 151 too on my old cartridge.
Either way, the Animaniacs. They haven't announced obviously anything else. It's kind of just it's an in the works sort of thing.
We probably won't see anything until mid 2018.
The only person who could not be involved anymore is is the original composer, the guy who wrote all the songs. He's passed away since, but other than that,
Happens.
all the voice actors are still working,
I can't imagine they won't say no to it.
and they all love it.
Unless they've moved past that point in their career.
They haven't though. So the guy
Okay.
who does Wacko,
But that's the only reason why.
The one,
Yeah.
the one thing
No,
you
for
got,
sure.
the one thing you have to know about voice actors, especially in cartoons, when they stay in that industry, they stay in that industry. They rarely do on-screen appearances, other than to be like a cameo.
Yeah.
well, no, but like it's not like they've moved on to different voice acting
Oh.
and they won't go back to It's not like I'm past Wacko.
No.
If you watch
I think we watched the
the
same
documentary, the guy who does Wacko, he's still like, he was so happy to just be Wacko that asking him back, as long as you're not going to be like, we'll give you $10 to do this voice job. Like if you're actually going to pay him industry standards, which you're going to have to do anyways.
Yeah.
$10 was back then was way more now.
But if I get
inflation,
Pinky and the Brain back, and the Animaniacs back,
I was thinking about the old cartoons again recently, and I was thinking about what happened to Pink Panther. Like I would love to see Benedict Cumberbatch
really
voice Pink Panther.
He's
really
busy.
got into that.
He is very busy though, but I would rather.
You have to get a better Like the Inspector Clouseau is more important than the Pink Panther, because that's always been the the spin with the French accent. You need the
And you know,
Inspector Clouseau running around.
And Benedict could probably pull that off too.
So, but that's what I mean. Like you have to see.
Yeah, like Pink Panther needs to make a comeback.
But I think
as a child, anyways.
I think that's the biggest thing. Animaniacs
Steven Spielberg
needs. Well, and he was involved in the last one.
So
So
There's nothing
that's.
else to do right now.
But
Avatar.
Yeah. Okay.
but get.
Oh wait, that's James Cameron.
That's James Cameron. But Animaniacs, I think you need at least a few of the original writers back,
Yeah.
and I think you need the voice cast back. Like,
It's kind of hard to replicate those voices.
No.
I
There
think,
are people who can do it.
but I
Yeah.
think those guys were so good at it,
Mm.
and by the time they were done, just embodied those characters so well. Like you look at the guy like Jim Cummings who does Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and all those guys. Like he can just do it. Like I met him, I got his autograph, and I'm getting my Winnie the Pooh DVD.
Even Charles Martin.
Signed, yeah.
Martin, is that his last name?
I
Martin
think so.
something? The guy who does Mario.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Like that's him.
he's been doing it forever. Yeah, and he can just do it. But I hand like Jim Cummings the DVD to sign for my wife, and I'm like, you can, blah blah blah. Like I'm not trying to resell this thing. Like I always make sure they kind of know that. Like, oh yeah, I can put 2 blah 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 because I'm keeping this.
Yeah.
This is cool
That's
for
good,
me
that's
that I
good.
get to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits there, goes right into Winnie the Pooh, and like on the thing it goes like "You're sweet as honey," and then he signs the thing, but he says it as he's doing it as Winnie the Pooh,
It's second nature to them.
and you're just like. That was the most amazing part of my life.
Hold on,
oh my god.
Hold on, let me get my voicemail up. You're in character. Hold on.
And then I handed over Rescue Rangers, and he does, McCheese, like, just breaks into it as he's signing the thing, and you're just like, this is the most amazing part of my entire life. Like, oh my god. And they just do it. So I think getting the voice actors back, at least most of them, would be a big, big piece.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I love
as long as they're not busy too. That's another big thing. But with voice acting work, it's very quick.
Yeah.
But if they're busy, then
It's a 4-hour stint. They do their thing. They leave. So it's kind of
Go to another stage.
It's funny because they were talking. What's their names? The Supernatural thing that we're talking about the other week.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Spoilers for if you haven't watched Supernatural. Do you guys care?
No.
I don't care either.
I will watch it eventually, but I might forget.
I was going to say I'll forget. by then.
Castiel died at the end of the last season.
Killed by back.
Which is funny because it's like, oh, Castiel died, and then Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles, they were at a con a couple days afterwards. They were fielding questions that they're like, oh, so what is it like going to be? How are you excited for you guys for the Scooby-Doo episode? And the guy's like, well, or Jared is like, yeah, it's going to be episode 16 for next season. It's going to be great. You know what? And when, Jensen and I and Misha were in recording, and then everyone's like, it's like, you idiot.
You can't kill Cat. Like,
no, you can't. But like
No,
everyone's
they'll
like,
bring 'em back. They've
they're
killed
gonna bring
off the other 2 so many times.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Exactly,
say, they've
but
died so many
Castiel
times.
deserves 1.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I think he's died a few times
I don't
actually in
know.
this series.
He hasn't really died. He's like
He's been
He's
he's come
Reformed,
onto
isn't
the
he?
brink,
Yeah.
and then reformed as something else.
But like this is
never-
the first big like everyone's like, oh, you totally. And then it was funny hearing that they've recorded an episode
him.
16 so far away
Yeah.
that they've done the recording for it already. So
But they have to because the animation takes forever.
Animation
to do.
takes a long time. Actors, and I'll be frank, those 2 probably aren't doing anything other than Supernatural. They're all busy with either the show or the cons.
Yeah.
Con
And there's no
girls.
Friday the
Gilmore
13th
Girls.
coming out with that one scene that he was in. Ooh.
Which one?
Jared
Girls.
Padalecki.
Oh
Gilmore
yes,
Girls.
yes, yeah, that one.
I'm really hoping because we were talking about it the other night in Friday the 13th DLC because they're gonna keep working on
Oh
it.
yes.
Because Jared
Oh,
Padalecki
yes.
was in, so everybody's like
The reboot.
the reboot Jason, like Jason, because they say part Jason part whatever.
Yeah, so you can get different Jasons for the
Yeah,
skins.
so everybody's like hoping, kind of obviously Jason X,
I think that's the
That's the big one for me.
and then especially
metallic
DLC because you'll be on a space station.
Yeah.
sweet space mask, or the metal mask for Jason.
Well, and just the whole different Jason, and they all look different. They all have different weapons. They all have different kills. It's
And
super
different-
awesome.
and different
And
skills
different
and
skills and stats. It's
So-
awesome. But everybody's like reboot Jason, and then I'm just like, oh my god, a Jared Padalecki. Can I play as? Can they?
They don't
he
even need
would
to voice
totally,
it.
but he would totally sign off on being able to use his like
Likeness.
image. It's not like Jared's a
The sister might have. I don't know.
don't care about her. Jared, just
But
get.
she was there.
Don't care.
Although I don't know that I could play a game where I watch one of the Winchesters get brutally wrecked.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah.
They
Don't
would make
care,
a
it'd be
Supernatural episode about it.
But that's what I mean. Like
They
Jared,
did. Yes,
I don't
remember
think
that
Jared
one.
would be that guy who's like, you cannot use my image. I think he'd be like, you want to put me in a game? Sweet.
Yeah, like
When do I record?
you know how many times I've been trying to get a Supernatural video game, guys? Come on!
There was actually something I saw on Facebook. There was a picture of them, and they're like, "Why don't you just make a Supernatural video game where you're a hunter? You go and do these things, and once in a while you join the Winchesters."
Yeah, that would work.
I'm surprised. Yes, and then you can do a weekly monster.
Yeah,
Or monthly monster.
You go, and that's what your mission is. And there's this overarching thing where you're.
It sounds like you. That's a great idea.
No, I'm stealing it.
That's a great
on
idea.
Facebook, like, whoa.
I'm stealing it.
It's a great idea. It's like we asked for that like how many seasons ago?
But that would make sense.
yes, it does.
When they announced a Supernatural spinoff in season 6?
Oh, that Bloodlines.
Well, but no, when they were just like, there's going to be they were thinking of a spin-off, and I'm like, cool, like different hunters doing something,
Yeah.
That's what in my
It's a
brain.
game.
But no, in my brain,
because
that's
one
what I
series
was
they could
thinking.
have like the serious angels versus demons thing,
Yep.
and the other series the spin-off
Monster of the Week.
Yes.
Just right,
Yes.
and you could switch to different
Have
hunters every week.
crossovers and
Yeah,
Sure, and every once in a while they show up, and then they did that Bloodlines thing, and I'm like, how? How do you think that that's what people want off of a spin-off?
Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that was.
Either way, Animaniacs reboot. Gonna be awesome, I hope.
Maybe we should.
Because
Maybe we're in line for a Supernatural reboot.
No.
With Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles.
Yes.
Just start
They
again.
start over.
Yes.
That's how the new season goes. They just start over
yes.
again.
That's yes.
They've done that enough times on that show. Like, in all honesty, that show has rebooted itself so many times. Where
I don't
it's
even know
like,
where to follow
Jensen's Jensen's character's like almost married, essentially, like living the family life, and all of a sudden his brother pops back up like, we have to hunt monsters, and it's like,
What? I thought you died last time. I thought you
How
died.
did you come back
back
this
to
time?
season 1, the other brother comes in, we have to fight monsters, and it's like,
Time travel?
They could.
They've done it multiple times.
Okay.
either way, that's all we have for
That's
news.
Yes.
news.
That's it for now.
Yep.
So,
Stick around for the post-credit show where we talk about all the things we've been playing,
games we've
watching,
watched, movies we played,
yes, and
Experiences
we've done.
we've gone dunded.
Yep. If you want more, you can check us out at barrelrollnews.com.
We have information about our Discord. All of our social media feeds are on there, on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
Stuff.
And if you want to see us do some dumb stuff, you can check out our Patreon, www.patreon.com/brnn.
I'm always down for dumb stuff.
Me too.
Yeah.
So,
We'll make a dumb stuff out of you yet.
yeah. So join us in 5 minutes where we will do our post-credit show. It's going to be a good one, folks.
It's gonna be a quickie.
It's going to be a good one.
That's a quickie.
I talk about going to the bathroom.
Barrel roll quickie. Cast.
Bye.
Bye.